India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal is in the US for high-stakes trade talks set to take place on Monday, that's today. He is joined by Chief Trade Negotiator Rajesh Agarwal and also top officials as the India and US work to finalize a long-pending trade agreement. Now, the visit importantly comes at a critical time. President Donald Trump has recently ramped up trade pressure, including the 50% tariffs and a $100,000 per year H-1B visa fee for new applicants. The talks are expected to cover digital trade, market access, tariff barriers, and intellectual property rights as well. Now, both sides are hoping for a breakthrough in what has become one of the most complex trade negotiations in recent years. With the US now India's top trading partner, this meeting is set to shape the future of economic cooperation between the two democratic giants. Meanwhile, my colleague Natasha Esrani joins us for the latest. Natasha, if you can hear me, first of all, what are the key sticking points that still remain in these trade negotiations as we've been seeing that are going on? And how are American businesses, especially in, let's say, tech and pharma, reacting to delays in finalizing a trade deal with New Delhi?
Well, yes, there's been so much of drama and back and forth when it comes to this trade deal. As we know, India and the United States hit significant hiccups, especially after July, in August. Also, when President Trump raised the tariffs to 50%. Earlier in the year, around June, there was still hope that the trade deal could be reached in July. And now that was all put on hold. But there is new hope in the talks, as we have heard more positive noises coming from both India and the United States in the lead up to the Commerce Minister's visit. It comes soon after a US trade delegation visited India just earlier this month, and that went overall quite okay compared to previous times. In terms of the continuing sticking issues, it really remains the same story, which is India being hesitant on the dairy and agriculture sector to open up further. Whether that's changed, we'll get to see after these trade talks. And also, when it comes to India, and they are very clear that they need to reduce those tariffs. The 50%. India is facing some of the highest tariffs put on any country in the world from the United States currently. So India's focus is going to be to reduce that again to 25%. And the larger aim remains a bilateral trade agreement that both sides are still hoping to wrap up by fall, which is October.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for getting us the latest there, Natasha. And of course, we'll keep on following as this story develops.